What's up, Everyday Blades? Got a treat for you today. Most of you recognize that logo. You know this is a Midgards messer. But this is not your average Midgards messer. This is one of their epic knives. So you guys all remember the Valhalla, the awesome folding knife that has the unique mechanism that where the blade is longer than the handle. That knife is epic for sure. And they made limited production of it, and it wasn't too long they were selling for almost double on eBay, unfortunately. But that knife was big. It wouldn't fit in any of your cases or anything. It was pretty much a safe queen because that's where it stayed. Most people, 99% of people wouldn't carry that knife. It's a collector piece. So they put their heads together over at Midgards Messer like they tend to do. And this was their answer for that. Introducing the Midgards Messer Baby Valhalla. With the same unique mechanism. Same precision fit and finish. Same beauty. But in a package you can handle and carry. Look at that. Look at the detail in the pocket clip. Just a beautiful knife. The finish on the blade, those satin grind lines. Just beautiful. And that uber unique. This one's still a little bit stiff because it's brand new. It's got phosphorus bronze washers on all the bushings. The only thing I would, what little bit of criticism if they were ever asked me, I would make these T8 screws instead of T6. T6 screws and me just don't get along. They're so small. They love to strip out and break and everything else. But other than that, this is just a super cool knife. That mechanism is awesome. You can grab it here or choke up here and get a full grip on it. Let's check some measurements on this beast. Get that out of the way. So, right about 4 inches to here. And then 4.5 inches from there to the tail. This thing is a fingerprint magnet. It will pick up some fingerprints, but this is still in that collector knife category. Your average Joe is not going to carry something like this. This is 90% of the public wouldn't even know what this was if they saw it. And this is actually the kind of thing I love to carry when I run into someone who asks me about knives. I love to have something like this on me. It's a great conversation piece. Great conversation starter. Super, super unique. The blade steel is different. We've seen CPM D2 from them. We've seen D2 from them. And this is manufactured by Fox Knives out of Italy. The Valhalla is, I'm sure that the baby Valhalla is too. Fox Knives out of Italy. And they build knives. But anyway, we'll get back to what I was saying. The blade steel on this one is N690. So you got D2, CPM D2, and N690. A perfectly fine blade. Wouldn't have any troubles with it. It'll match most of your super steels on corrosion resistance and toughness. It just falls short a little bit on edge retention, but you also give up that, but you get an ease of sharpening. So you trade off of these things. You don't just lose them. You trade. It gets stronger in another category. So if you're a guy who uses his knife a lot and has to sharpen it, you might think it's beneficial to have a blade that's easy to sharpen. So very cool. Let's check the weight on it. 9.6 ounces. I would have guessed 6. But I guess it does got some weight to it. You can feel it, but it didn't seem to bother me that much. But it's a beefer. I mean, it's a Midgard messer. We don't really care too much about weight when we talk about Midgard messer. Most of their knives are big. Although this year they're releasing everything. I mean, they got small knives, big knives, medium knives, collaborations all over the place with everybody. They're on fire this year. If you don't like one of their knives, just sit tight. They're coming out with another one next month you will like. 200, very, very good. It's double-edged razor blade sharp. Or it'll be razor blade sharp. Double edge would be 100, I believe. I have to check that. I can't even remember that, but I think it's razor blade sharp. Very nice. Let's look at it up against a couple other knives. Check it up against the Rat 1 and the Rat 2. You can see it's about the same length as the Rat 1. It's a little bit beefier from top to bottom. But right in that EDC carrying size, just a little beefier, a little heavier. But you could absolutely EDC this knife. With a pair of jeans, of course. You wouldn't want to do this with khakis, I assure you. But get a good look at all the beautiful fit and finish of that mechanism. They just do a great job, man. This is a beautiful knife. That anodizing on the scale is really nice too. And it deploys by pushing these tabs in. Like I said, this one's not broke in. I have to give it a little bit extra effort, but you see how it allows you to have a little bit longer blade because it tucks back in there like that. So. Anywho's, that is the baby Valhalla from Midgards Messer. Guys, thanks for watching. God bless you and your families. Say a prayer for our country. Good night.